Imagine you're one of Jesus' disciples. You saw him beaten, crucified, lifeless, dead beyond all doubt. The trauma was real, the grief was crushing. Then, days later, he appears in front of you. Alive, breathing, speaking your name. In that instant, your brain would go into absolute overdrive. First, you'd be hit with a surge of adrenaline and norepinephrine. Fight or flight kicks in. Your heart would pound, your muscles would lock, your hands might tremble uncontrollably. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, would fire wildly, unable to decide if you're in danger or witnessing a miracle. Cortisol, the stress hormone, would spike, preparing your body for what feels like an earth-shattering moment. The visual cortex would try desperately to confirm if what you're seeing is real, and fail to explain it by any normal standard. You may feel detached, like you're floating outside your body. People who experience profound shock often describe time slowing down, sensory overload, or emotional paralysis. Then, as your brain starts to reassemble the world around this impossible event, dopamine floods in, burning every detail into long-term memory. His voice, his face, the sound of his footsteps. In the hours and days that follow, your prefrontal cortex, the reasoning center, would begin reorganizing everything you thought was possible. Your entire worldview would start to shift. That's exactly what we see in the Gospels. Disciples who were previously hiding in fear suddenly become bold, fearless, willing to be arrested, tortured, even killed, because something rewired them. And then there's Thomas, a skeptic who demanded physical proof, who then speaks with spiritual depth that sounds like it came from another dimension. That's not weird, it's human. It's the mind reacting to something it has no framework for. The strange or mystical sayings that come later, like those in the Gospel of Thomas, aren't nonsense. They're the natural expression of someone trying to describe a moment that shattered the rules of life, death, and reality itself. Neuroscience doesn't dismiss the resurrection. It helps explain why the disciples responded the way they did, and why they were never the same again.